The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
I love gold!
We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Brand new Pillow Talk with Franklin and Uncle Howard. Uncle Howard, I want to get right into it. Why didn't we not record last week?
Well, first of all, I thought everyone deserved a break for the holidays. I know listening to this podcast weekly can get exhausting, so I thought all of you many thanks and give yourselves a week off. The other reason, mostly, is that I had been thrown in rehab by the IRS because of how poorly I had tried to pay my taxes this year.
Lord, that's a first, isn't it?
It is a first.
Are you a question on the bar exam now, Uncle Howard?
I actually went to the Supreme Court, and I had several drinks with Kavanaugh, and then I came
No,
back
not
home.
that bar, not that bar.
Oh! Well, that's the only bar that me and my old friends have been hanging out at. So.
No, it's disgusting. You're not drinking with Kavanaugh. That guy is gross. Come on, everybody. Come on. We are recording this from our king-size bed. I forgot to mention that. That is so essential. We are the only uncle-nephew duo who records a podcast live from their king-size bed. The one we sleep in, Howard. Isn't it nice and cozy?
It's very nice and cozy, and in these cold winter nights, it's always nice to know I can just cuddle up alongside my nephew.
Our body heat is the only heater we need.
There's
Why spend money on a heater? You know, these bozos, they're not using their thinking caps, Uncle Howard. They're not using their thinking caps. It's kind of embarrassing. They criticize us. You know, it reminds me of a very cool shirt I saw the other day. You know how you sent me a photo of that shirt that said, when you see the police, warn a brother?
Warn a brother.
Right, and it looked like the Warner Brothers logo.
Yeah, that's cool.
That was pretty cool. Well, I saw a shirt that said, you laugh at me because I'm different. Well, I laugh at you because you're all the same. It's pretty cool, huh? Reminds me of us.
What's that guy got to laugh about, though? Because he's the different weirdo. Well,
anyway, I'm glad you're out of
should be crying his tears out every night.
Anyways, I'm glad you're out of rehab. Why did they let you out after only a week?
Well, as usual, I did get another release on bad behavior.
But it doesn't... What, you had peach schnapps hidden in your trousers there, Howard?
Well, it wasn't peach schnapps. I had peach preserves hidden in my trousers, but the problem was where it was hidden, and that's what got me kicked out.
That bad behavior, trying to increase that bolt. We all can't be blessed with 4 inches, ladies and gentlemen.
4 imperial inches, that is.
What's the difference? I don't know the metric
These aren't
system.
metric inches.
Okay. This ain't your Nana's inches, and this ain't your Nana's podcast, by the way, people. And look at that. My uncle's just cracking a cold
popped
one.
A cold one.
You cracked a cold one. I rode in on my Harley Davidson motorbike,
That's
right.
And
we've recently had an invasion, almost a smear campaign, Howard, of Nanas, old ladies who think they can listen to our show. I don't know if it's a smear job. I don't know if it's, I don't know what it is, but they got the idea that this is, yes, it's a family show in many ways, but it's not for Nanas. It's for cool families. It's for cool uncle-nephew types. You know what I'm saying?
Well, of course, I know what you're saying, and one of the main reasons that we've asked for Nana's-related policy is we have had a number of Nana-related traumas now. Your Nana famously adopted me, making me your uncle.
That's right, and that was very traumatic for me.
And my biological Nana killed me for 7 minutes until paramedics resurrected me.
That is true. That is how you've always had this connection to the spirit world in many ways.
That's right. I did cross over.
You crossed over. You flatline.
I flatlined just like Ellen Page's career did.
Oh, wow. Wow, topical as shit.
Ellen Page, enemy of the show.
Enemy of the show? Oh, no.
No, she's great. We love you, Ellen.
She's great. And you know what? I would love to date a girl just like her. I really would.
Just.
Yeah. Well, you don't think I have a shot, Howard?
No, it's very possible that you might. Because you have a good heart and
thank you.
You're a beautiful, beautiful boy.
That's right. I get it from my uncle.
My baby boy.
Anyways, Howard, we have many traditions here. This ain't your Nana's podcast, and we'll dive into more of the Nana stuff later. I have a real big bone to pick with them.
Oh.
Anyways, I was waiting for you to.
It was too funny.
I guess it was pretty self-explanatory. That's stupid.
Yeah.
But anyways, every night before me and my uncle go to bed in our king-size bed, which also has a strict no nanas policy too, by the way.
No nanas.
No nanas. This ain't your Nana's podcast, folks. Jesus Christ,
no.
I can't emphasize that enough. We always watch a movie before we go to bed. I don't know why. It's just tradition. We like to fall asleep, cozy up, watch a movie, pound down on mics, and then I do other stuff. And then
I pound down a guy named Mike who comes over here sometimes.
Yes, from Virtual Pros. No.
Yeah,
No.
I take Mike from Virtual Pros to town.
No. So we both pick out a movie. My choice is a very interesting movie, and you might think, oh, this is going to be for eggheads. It's called Project Almanac. Have you heard of this, Howard?
No, is this a science movie or something?
It is a science movie, but it ain't for eggheads, you know? This ain't your Nana's podcast, but it also has in terms of eggheads, not a fan of them either.
No.
And so these teenagers...
Oh, no, that's cool.
That's cool, right?
Yeah.
You're into it already.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, what is this movie? Project Almanac. What is this, in a history book or something? No. These teenagers from high school find an old, camcorder, and this kid sees his 17-year-old self at his 5-year-old birthday party.
What?
And realizes he traveled through time. And these teenagers, again, pretty cool. It's two guys, a blonde and
one cup.
No, and a brunette. I don't know the names. One is from the Mick, the Fox series. That's all I know. I'm a Fox guy.
That's
Tucson
racist against the Irish.
No, maybe, I don't know. Who cares?
Who gives a shit?
Who cares about the Irish?
This podcast not for the Irish.
We're discriminating a lot off the bat.
Oh,
Project Almanac. I guess it's kind of shot like Chronicle and Project X. Did you see Project X?
That was that reality show about the X-Men boys.
What's up?
The reality movie about the X-Men boy or something, right? Oh, no, the Chronicle was the X-Men boy. Project X was the party.
Chronicle is like the X-Men boys, and Project X was like the house party. And this is if you combine the two and they go back in time.
Now that would be cool.
Yeah.
And Kid and play back in time, they'd become baby and game.
Yes.
And so anyways, come before playing.
These teenagers go back in time, and they don't do anything that cool. They retake tests like 3 times and like deal with high school bullies and and one guy uses it to like find the right answers to make out with a girl, which is, hey, that's not ethical, buddy. I don't appreciate that, that he just cracked the code, and figured out the right things to say to make out with her at Lollapalooza. But the problem is they went back in time too many times, and bad stuff started happening. 9/11s were happening left and right, and tsunamis. Double 9/11, my friend. 1822.
1822, a year that we're living in pain.
So that's my choice. It's very smart. I didn't understand a lot of it. That tells you how smart of a movie it was. So.
That does sound very, very intelligent.
So what's your pick for the movie, Howard?
Well, I thought one of the best movies that I've seen all year. What if I told you that there was a movie that was both laugh out loud funny, had a heartwarming happy ending, and starred Elizabeth Shue?
Okay, you're telling me a movie can both be funny, endearing, and star Elizabeth Shue?
That's right.
I could say two of those things happening. All three? What are you talking about here, man? What movie's this?
Well, you might know, I might have played my hand if I told you who else it starred, which is Nicolas Cage. This movie is called Leaving Las Vegas. It is one of the funniest movies I have ever seen in my entire life.
Wow.
I was laughing from start to finish. Now, this is a movie about a guy who has done something which I have always wanted to do, and I pray to God that one day I will. I guess I look at this movie in a lot of ways as an aspirational film. The way some men will sit on the dock and watch the boats and dream of a life on the sea.
Yeah.
I watch this movie and dream of a life of drinking myself to death in a Las Vegas hotel.
Jesus, that sounds grim. It's like what, Brian Pillman did that
It's
or
a
something?
very funny movie.
Isn't she a prostitute in that? It's kind of all I remember.
Yeah, but also she's Elizabeth Shue. And
So she's Elizabeth Shue playing herself, but as a prostitute.
yeah, so just perfect in every way.
Yeah,
I guess.
yes.
I don't know where I'm going with that one. I also do want to point out, however, that Richard Lewis is in this film.
Okay. So
And
that's another hard hitter of an actor right there.
the mother of your favorite actress of all, Laurie Metcalf, is in it too.
Oh wow, the mother of Saoirse Ronan. Wow. That's not bad.
Not bad. Now
That's
are you
not
on
okay.
board?
Yeah, okay. Now you've got my interest. Now you got my interest here. You know. Now is this in any
Mrs. Shorsha.
is this in any way connected to Lady Bird then? Is this like a
It is part of the Lady
Lady Bird
Birdiverse. Yes.
Birdiverse?
The Lady Birdiverse, which is the greater cinematic universe.
It might be. Well, is there any new movies coming out? Is Captain Marvel in the Lady Bird Cinemaverse possibly?
No, that's interesting that you would ask that because Captain Marvel is a lady and so is Lady Bird.
That's
but
true. That's how I made the connection.
Not everyone in the Lady Bird universe is a lady.
No, that's true. She had the boyfriend who was
She had her
a gay
dad
man.
who was like a loser or something.
All right, he was a loser.
Yeah,
That guy was
what a
loser.
schlub. He was nice. Who cares?
Yeah, he was competing for the same job as what, like the
That
adopted
20-year-old or something.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Have some dignity, old man. You know.
Hey, know when you've been beat, old man, and just give up and die. I guess this is the moral of that movie.
I mean, give it up some other way. I don't know.
The moral of that movie is individuality is bad, and always apologize to your mean mother.
That's and most men that you think are super straight and you have seen no signs,
actually gay.
and that's normal. That's
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 just
a lot
how
of
it
men.
goes.
That's just how it
everybody.
goes, ladies. I wanted to cover some of the fan questions we got now, and I want to cover the first one. You don't like this.
I don't like it.
You don't like the fans. You've made this.
I don't
well
like any of this. I don't like this radio show.
You don't like this radio.
You
We're not on the
make me
radio.
do it every week. Every week, unless I'm in jail or at Sandals. I'm being forced to do this podcast.
Or sandals.
He's wrenching my arm around behind my back and telling me, saying, "Say uncle," and I say, "I am the uncle," and then he says, "That's right. Let's do the podcast."
That's how I get you going.
That's right.
That's how I get. It's our
It gets me
pregame
riled
ritual.
up, and then I
That
can't do
gets
it.
you riled up, man.
Yeah, what
Shit.
these people don't know is what Howard's like behind the scenes.
No, they don't
When
know
I'm
the real
just being
Howard.
peaceful and calm, just as nice as a sweet summer day, and then you come along and you poke sticks at the beast.
How am I the villain in this? How am I the villain? You're crass. You are so crass.
When I have been allowed to have my full 18 to 36 hours of sleep, I am an ordained minister and have married several people, including Britney Spears and Jason Alexander, and Britney Spears and Kevin Federline.
Yes. Yes, and you got ordained on an Angelfire website in 1998, and you see, I don't know how that's even valid.
And Robert Wagner and Natalie Wood, and I.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. You were on the boat.
I was the captain of the boat.
You were the Sully of that boat, my friend.
I was the. They actually based Sully on the complete opposite of me.
if the Natalie Wood situation happened, a couple of miles up in the sky, and there wasn't a murderer, and there was just a potential crash, you would have Sully, and that's the complete opposite. Yes.
Much like Sully, the error was completely on my end. People did die, and I did not handle anything correctly.
No, and Mike O'Malley gave you a tough time.
Mike O'Malley gave me a tough time.
Mike O'Malley's always grilling you, man. What he needs to relax a little bit. Like, hey Mo, blow the whistle on him.
Blow the whistle. That was my too short impersonation. Was it really good?
Oh, okay. Wow. See.
Bitch.
We can't be accused of being racist when
That's the craziest thing about this whole thing.
The strangest thing is we are not racist.
That's what our first t-shirts are gonna say.
So anyways, I wanted to cover these questions, man.
Okay.
The first one...
I'd like to cover something else.
Cover what? Lucy Lou's backside?
Cover Lucy Lawless's film career for an article I'm working on for BuzzFeed.
Oh, no. Good God. You have many side jobs, Howard. None of them make sense to me.
I got the best side job from this guy named Terrence the other day.
Terrence Howard?
Terrence.
The original War Machine?
Yes, the only War Machine as far as I'm concerned.
A couple things go here in the Pillow Talk universe.
There's a lot of threads.
There's a lot of threads here.
They're real hard to remember.
Yeah. Yes, it is. And if you pull on any of them, you might not find what you uncover. But you'll find we have a little man named General Electric who resembles the general who plays a Shaq. And he provides us with electricity.
If the general was also Shaq in a lot of ways.
Yes, a lot like Shaq. But yes, we occasionally live with Dr. Evil, and I forgot the third thing I was going to say here, but I lost track. But the canon is that rich.
And you, of course, just knocked over one of your suits of armor that you purchased from flea markets that you believe they're authentically owned by knights.
Yes. No, I authentically thought it was worn by Alex Winters in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
A knight. One of the mightiest knights of all.
One of the mightiest knights of them all. Yes.
Alex Winters. He might have been handsomer than Keanu Reeves, but it's hard to say because they're both good-looking boys.
They're both good-looking guys with both great careers. But anyways, the first question...
It really worked out exactly the same. The Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels of actors.
Yes, that's right. They really are Marty and Shawn. And you know what? I'd rather be the Marty every time.
Damn right.
Still has his hair, still loves life, and plays by his own rules. So,
yeah. Good job, Marty.
Actually, there was a Marty Jannetty tweet where
I saw it where he's like climbing over the Denny's booth or something.
No, this one was, who posted my photo at Hooters? I'm tired of going to the lawman who does nothing. I'm going to take this upon my own two hands, and I don't care if you're a woman, shit's going down.
Oh,
Shit.
Marty.
That is...
Marty. You can't say that kind of thing.
You can't say that kind of thing.
I don't care how from the old school you are at a certain point. You just can't do it.
You can't do that. Marty also had a bit of an issue. For those who don't know, Marty Jannetty, 80s famed wrestler, kind of still living in the 80s.
The 80s are still occurring for Marty Jannetty.
Yes, in every way. The folk racism and misogyny, for sure.
Mostly those, and certainly the troubling drug addiction of a or I shouldn't say that. I should say the fun-loving...
fun-loving nature.
The fun-loving, hard drug use that's only moderately worrying from a 20 4-year-old is still present in this man who is probably pushing
Close
60.
to 50. He's close to 50, or he is 50.
Close.
But regardless, he had a scandal where he realized the person for 2 or 3 years that he thought was his daughter isn't his daughter, and he felt relief because he always wanted to have intercourse with her. Now people said, but it's his daughter, or he thought it was his daughter. Yeah,
Yes,
he thought, and it isn't.
He formed his relationship with her in the mindset of a father interacting with a daughter.
And now they said now it's consensual. It's like she's interested in him as well.
No.
You're against this, Howard.
I'm against this. I will put one of my patented Uncle Howard, too gross even for Uncle Howard stamps on this, and say that I'm 100% against this. I don't think anybody who could put themselves in this kind of mindset as a person
question.
I would ever allow into a top secret laboratory filled with genius babies.
the baby Einsteins?
Mm-hmm. Or baby geniuses.
Or baby geniuses. I didn't know that was another brand.
It was a movie.
Oh, okay. I forgot. So say you see a beautiful woman and she's not your daughter. Okay. Say you see a beautiful woman and she's not your daughter. You can sleep with her, right?
Of course.
Say you see a beautiful woman who kind of looked like your daughter, and from a distance you thought she was your daughter, but it turns out she wasn't.
No.
Come on!
Absolutely not, no.
I'm trying to trick you. This logic doesn't work.
There's a lot of lines I'll cross, in fact. Almost any line.
I'm not endorsing incest, by the way.
Well, sure don't. God,
I'm saying, look, Marty and this woman, it's not his daughter.
Which sometimes they call it, but I don't think it's that. I think it's just wrestling.
It's just wrestling, what we do.
Clothes on.
Yeah. God, people are gross.
People are gross.
You know what? Let's move away from this topic. Is gross.
Let's get on to this gross question this Ding Dong asked us.
This Ding Dong, don't say that.
Hey.
This guy wants to know. He saw photos of our room.
Oh, yeah. It's
the room you decorated. Very nice.
Of course.
They say it has kind of a motel motif. I never really noticed that, but I think it's
motel.
Yes, it's a no-tell motel. We don't let secrets out of here too often. But there's this gentleman was not complaining, but he noticed something. He zoomed in and enhanced on our photo, which should be illegal almost.
Whoa, is this guy Deckard?
Who's that? Who?
I don't know.
Is that
Seems
a nerd?
like a science fiction guy.
Is Decker?
Decker. Oh, Becker.
Becker. Is he Becker?
Is he
Ted Danson?
Ted
Danson? No, he's not Ted Danson. He zoomed in on our photo and found our mini fridge. He called it a mini fridge. I think our fridge is normal size, Howard. You know? Okay.
What more do we need in it than what we got in it?
A couple Mike's Hard Lemonades. That's about all we need, right?
A couple Mike's Hards, and then I got, of course, a half-empty tub of reduced fat sour cream.
Yeah, you do. Gross, but you do.
Comes in handy.
So he noticed when he zoomed and enhanced, which is kind of nerdy, all due respect, a Papa John sticker. And you decorated our house. I had nothing to do with that. And my theory is this has to do with the one that got away in Sturgis. Am I right here? You were recreating the room to fit the time you had your perfect nut?
Well, of course, that was a recreation of the room in which I had the closest thing to the perfect nut I've ever had. However, the Papa John sticker is there for a different reason entirely.
Oh, why is that?
Well, first of all, I do want to say that I publicly believe that Papa John is not a racist, and that is what is so strange about the whole thing.
Wait, why do you think he's not a racist? He said the N-word pretty clearly.
So did Kramer, and he's not racist. He said so.
That's true. You know, if there's any word we can take,
it's the word
of the person who said it.
We need to hear more often from the racists to know what they think.
That's true. That's true. Nobody's asking Mel Gibson, are you really racist? Kramer, are you really well, Kramer, we did ask if he's, and he said, no, that's the strangest part. And we won't elaborate on it. We already discussed that.
We've discussed this to the ends of the earth and back, and Michael Richard has contacted me privately and told me that he is not racist.
There we go. You know what? That's good enough for me. So Papa John sticker. So why do you have this there? Because you're endorsing the sweaty guy. I can't stand what's that football player? Was it Peyton Manning? He was like, "Hey Papa, hi Papa. Oh, thanks for the winning game, Papa."
It's
gross.
Peyton Manning. He's a good man. That Peyton Manning. He's what? Oh, I can't. What am I trying to fool? Peyton Manning's beat the hell out of me for the past 15 years, and I owe him a lot of money.
Oh, God.
That's why...
You're mixing some bad crowds, you know?
Hanging out with the Manning brothers and their father, it's been a bad scene left and right. I've got the Papa John sticker, not because I put it there, but because Peyton Manning put it there.
Wow.
To remind me who owns me. The Papa John Dynasty Cartel.
God. See, it's deep. You know, people thought, the Comet Pizza and Pizzagate was deep? This is pizzagate-gate, which I've dubbed originally. And this is even deeper than that. Papa John's has their hands, quite a few cookie jars, and one of them is Uncle Howard's.
Bill Gates named his son Pizza.
Did he?
No.
Oh.
No, yeah, maybe.
I feel like that's somebody named their celebrity, something similar to that, I'm sure.
Northwest,
yes. There's a few others, though, and like Rachel and Jennifer Aniston scene. No, not Maddow. I mean, look. No, I mean, yeah, anyways. She's got a great haircut, I have to say. I'll say that much. It's very, Alec Baldwin. Wait, is that like...
is Alec Baldwin the worst?
Or Alec Baldwin took her hair, didn't he? Who was first?
Alec Baldwin's I don't ever
He's
give
the
Alec
worst.
Baldwin a single inch of credit.
Now wait a second. You mentioned you were in rehab. I don't think it's straight away from Alec Baldwin, who sucks.
Go to rehab.
And I apologize to Rachel Maddow for really a bad joke. I was just thinking of the Dirty Rock joke, but anyways.
Dirty Rock.
The joke.
That's one of the reasons I was in rehab was Dirty Rock.
Oh, so was Dr. Drew your rehab? What is it? A coach? Does he have a coach in rehab, or is it what are they? What's the
He's a doctorologist of addiction.
Oh, okay.
He's an addictionologist, is what they call it, actually.
Now, wouldn't a coach be better to tell you to get off the drugs and make a play, some X's and O's?
You know, of course, I never went in there with any intention to get off any drugs, and I did not successfully. Once again, I remain undefeated by rehab. However, with that in mind, I do want to say that I think they have a lot of very ineffective strategies in there.
Wow, this is a really hot take, Howard.
I don't want to give them any ideas on anything.
No, and how to make things work. Yeah, you don't want them to do them on you.
I don't want them to work, but I will say that if they're listening to this and they want to take my advice, well, I think it definitely helps people to get clean off drugs if you give them every Maserati ever made in 1987.
Oh, God. Good God. Come on, Howard.
I'm taking a Maserati engine and I'm putting it in a Miata. It's called a Maserati.
Wow. Isn't that like who was the wrestler? It's like I'm a Ferrari. I'm a army tank with a Ferrari engine.
Oh, that was
Husky Harris.
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan. Yes. Let me tell you something, dude.
Let me tell you something, dude. Good man, friend of mine.
Now, he never said he wasn't racist, so that pretty much tells you everything you need to know.
He pretty much said, listen up, I'm racist.
Yeah,
what are you going to do about it? And then it turned out the WWE intended to do nothing about it because they are complicit.
They are complicit? They're complicit in the death of Owen Hart, too.
And they've killed Owen Hart, and you never even hear about what Linda's getting up to in the Trump administration because it's got to be shitty.
Yeah, I mean, well, she also probably does nothing, but regardless, let's not be those guys. So, you know how I know they killed Owen Hart?
Because It was on TV.
Well, yeah, he was on TV, but also he was fine the day before, and then the next day
he's dead.
And normally, that just doesn't happen. You have an illness, and you have this slow decline, and then you die.
Long, protracted death.
But he didn't have an illness.
Before you die, you get to tell every single person to their face how much they meant to you or something like that.
Right, like Uncle Ron. I mean, well, our Uncle Ronald, my Uncle Ronald's alive. Yeah. Ronald's alive. End of story. Change of subject.
We don't need to talk about that anymore.
No.
Ever again, as far as I'm concerned.
So next question. This one's a doozy. Ugh. This is Teach. I mean, this is very sexually provocative, and this is a family show. You know, I had to tell Maitlin Ward on Twitter, her fans. You know, Maitlin, the redhead from Boy Meets World.
Yeah, the nerd.
The nerd, yeah, big nerd. You know, real egghead herself.
Big time dork.
I can't stand nerds. I had to tell her, look, put some clothes on. This is a family site. And some Trump supporters, like, this isn't a family site. Let her do what she wants. Uncle Howard, aren't you on Twitter?
I sure am, and I am a member of your family, so I think this theory holds up.
This is a family site. You know, I don't even want to go into that. But anyways, this is a question again. This is a family site, Teach, but we will answer your question. You want to read it, Howard? I hate to put it on you, but
I don't want to read it, but I will.
Fine, I'll read it. How about that?
No, I'll read it.
Okay.
Because this man, this mewling worm deserves to hear the contempt in my voice when I read this question. Teach.
At Teach.
At Teach. I wish it was away Teach. He asks, which WWE diva would you most want to penetrate anally?
Jesus.
Okay.
Ask that.
Okay, Teach. Listen up. First of all, why is it a diva? I'm pansexual. Yeah. My answer is Braun Strowman. If yours isn't the same, get out of my face. Number 2, which WWE diva would I most want to? Oh, like I've got my spread of them. Like every WWE diva is lining up saying, oh, Uncle Howard, me. No, pick me. I'll goddamn take whatever WWE diva wants to be in a beautiful hotel tub with Uncle Howard.
That is true. Like, in actuality,
like you're gonna turn down fucking
anybody.
Nia Jax, ding dong,
or Tamina.
You'll say yes to any of them.
I'm glad you're saying this.
Your blessings.
I'm glad you're saying this because as men, or maybe not just as men, just as scumbags, really, we tend to objectify. You found the pervert's loophole. You objectify both genders.
Ends, and that
all
is
genders,
why
not both. I'm saying both genders. Like there's only 2. You know, there's like 7 of them, or
I believe they are up to 8, and there's a theoretical 9th at this point.
That's cool shit. Hey,
and
I'm all in on that.
Are all in, just like Cody Rhodes.
That's true. I'm all in.
One of the coolest guys ever.
No, he sucks.
A good friend of mine.
He sucks. No, if you are friends with him, you're going to be saying uncle later once we're wrestling.
Oh.
And you'll be tapping out like you normally do. But anyways.
Anyway, here's my answer to
No, but I'm glad you said that because we would never turn down any of these beautiful women on TV. I mean, we would beg them just to see their feet. Well, you would, at least.
I would beg them to see their feet, and I would probably also beg them not to file several sorts of restraining orders.
Yes, well, Bailey's already beat you to that punch, unfortunately.
Yeah, they call her Bailey because I have to pay bail every time I see her.
You do. I've bailed you out before, though.
That's true.
I've bailed you out.
That's why you're the best little nephew I could ever have.
That's undisputed fact. So, I mean, is this, and I guess if I was to, if I had to answer this question, Bobby Lashley already set the tone for the best buns.
That fellow has a magnificent set of buns.
He bends over now and he spreads his cheeks.
He spreads his own cheeks.
That's so cool. That is so cool.
I would go with, in my opinion, the greatest buns in all of pro wrestling, Rob Van Dam.
Ooh, Rob Van Dam.
That boy had a pair of buns on him like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, he did. Those are buns that didn't quit. I don't even want to elaborate anymore. This is getting perverted. This is a family show.
This is a family show, except for one member of your family, the Nana.
One branch. One branch is to be sawed off.
One
that's
branch
the
of
Nana branch.
that family tree's got a bad case of rot.
Yes, this Nana scandal. We love guitars. Look, we're talking about beautiful women. We're talking about the perfect nut.
Sports cars.
Beach I can't relate
sunsets.
To this. Yeah.
All that good stuff.
Yeah, and drinking beer. Cold ones.
Playing tennis at the country club.
You know what else we talk about?
What's that?
Liquid hot magma.
Oh,
pouring through my protective layer. We talk about all this, the three of us, the three amigos, the three kings, the three homies. Howard, slap me some skin. Oh, too slow, you buffoon. This is the new Nana's. Nana, no. Nana, zip it. Nana, zip it.
Oh, yeah.
Nana, when a problem comes along, you must zip it. Zip it good.
Ooh,
all right, Dr. Evil. Thank you for that.
You know, that magma might be red hot, but as far as I'm concerned, that bit is just super cool.
It's super cool. Look, we live with Dr. Evil.
How cool is that?
We're friends with the General. We drive a Miata. Me on the weekends, you in the regular.
A king-size bed.
Where do you Nanas think you fit in this equation?
Hey, maybe you Nanas forgot about your shift down at the high school cafeteria making all them sloppy joes. But
yeah.
For you biddies.
You know what the problem is? Between being a cross guard in the morning and being a cross guard later in the afternoon, they got that middle block where who knows what are those crossing guards do in the day? Now I'm figuring out they're listening to our show when they're not supposed to. Figure something else out to do in those 6 hours. Does anybody know what crossing guards do in between their 6 hours?
A lot of them are breeding dogs for fighting.
Jesus.
Crossing guards are one of the greatest villains in all of North America.
See, I didn't even know that.
Well, a lot of people don't because it doesn't get the publicity that a lot of the other scandals do.
That's true. That is true.
That is true.
That's my take on the Nana situation for now. The final question we have is from Bert. Class act. Recently was his birthday. Happy birthday, Bert. I got him an MLW ticket. This is how I address being a good guy. I address that I got my friend an MLW ticket. So
it's a hell of a program. I've watched a few episodes.
It's pretty good, right?
Every bit of it, including the strange, low-key mafia don guy.
Yeah, right.
It's pretty fun.
It's pretty fun. So, anyways.
Highly.
Yeah. I wish you were at the show with us, Howard, but we just couldn't fit you in, huh?
Well, I'm not allowed to go to any of those shows anymore after the time that I got in the ring and gave La Parca Hurricanrana.
You gave La Parca a shoot Hurricanrana, what, in Arena, Mexico?
Yeah, that's right. And he had that match against Sabu several years ago, and I intended to go because I told him I was going to make it a dose. A doble, and he got very upset and banned me from it forever.
Man, this politics, man.
And if you see La Parca out there, tell him that Uncle Howard is going to give him something, and then you slap him in the face.
Yeah! I will.
If you see Uncle, this is a call to all bedheads out there. If
all bedheads out there.
Match, and you see LA Park, slap him in the face for me as hard as you possibly can.
And tell him this is for Howard.
This is for Howard.
And he'll know what you're talking about, and he'll hit you back.
Yeah.
Because of Howard, he will hit you back.
But it will be a sign to me, and that's a big favor.
Yes. That's how you know that Howard really got in his mind if he attacks you.
If he attacks you, then I know I've done something right.
So anyways, Bert asked, and you said it best, this is the first good question we ever got in. If you could swap any celebrity's gender to achieve the perfect sexual creature, who would it be? Christ, I should have read this.
Mamma mia. I read it and then I didn't think about it because I wanted to think about it on air, and now I think that was a bad idea.
Yeah, because there's some beautiful. So I mean, like off the bat, you think
Prince.
Hollywood? Yeah, I was thinking Thor, of Thor Ragnarok. You swap his gender. I mean, am I supposed to swap him with another celebrity and like?
No, I think you just
swap him to a babe.
Imagine Thor as a girl,
babe.
Which
I
is,
mean, okay.
all right.
That's just kind of, but it's kind of stereotypical though. That's kind of like, oh, you already
a blonde bombshell.
a blonde bombshell. Of course, you're gonna think a blonde
what
bombshell.
I wanna know is, what does Travolta look like as a girl?
Watch Hairspray.
Beautiful. That's right. You reminded me. He's gorgeous.
He's gorgeous. Yeah, Travolta in Hairspray. I mean, he was thick. He was thick.
Oh, full on thick. That was
The right proportions.
That was the first time I ever discovered what a genital was.
What?
From myself when I found it.
Oh God. Oh God. So that's your answer, is Travolta?
Martin
That's a good
Lawrence.
answer.
No, Tim Allen. No,
Tim
William
Allen.
H. Macy. No, Ray Liotta. No, the Sklar brothers.
The Sklar Brothers. You have the wild eyes.
The female Sklar brothers.
The female Sklar Brothers. Christ. It's an abomination by God. Bert wants to ask, what's the perfect sexual creature? And you say, oh, I don't know, the Sklar Brothers.
But as girls.
As girls. I mean,
Can you imagine?
hideous. They're hideous men.
Can you imagine if twins? But they were
That's
girls.
true. What's your
Two
favorite thing?
girls that look the same? Could there be a bigger fantasy?
Twins, man. Hey, I love twins. I love it.
This fucking fetish ever.
Haven't you heard the song? I love burritos at 4 a.m. Parties that never end. And twins.
No.
That gets me going, dude. I'm sorry.
It's a
Twins.
jam. Twins.
What a ridiculous fetish.
It's the kind of thing. It was a fetish that was invented in the 80s and died in the 80s, but people still think it exists.
God, right?
Where people are rubbing their eyes and going, twins? Like they need glasses.
Does America have an incest problem then? If twins is like, oh, I want these two sisters
It is
to have
explicitly a fetish. Like, incest fetish thing.
Yes,
for
that's
sure.
an incest fetish. That's not even like, how about just two beautiful people?
Yeah.
In the sack.
You can even find two that look pretty similar. Most people do.
No, they need to be blood related.
I want them to have exactly 100% the same DNA. Like,
My dick just knows. Dick just knows.
Why would you want to have two partners both with the same DNA unless you intended to kill one and make the other look like she did it or something?
That's pretty spot on. That's
anybody out there who has a twins thing rubbing your eyes, just know that I got an eye on you, and I don't need to rub mine because I see you for what you are.
It's got 20/20 vision, that Uncle Howard vision.
That's right.
Sees
Uncle
everything.
Howard vision. It's one of my special glasses that I have to wear.
That's true. Yeah. That's only when you're reading books like a goof. Sometimes I hate. I don't mind catching you.
Wear 'em.
I don't mind catching you doing things on the computer. I understand all those things. You have urges. But when I catch you with your head in the books, that's when I get pissed off and a little mad, to be honest. Madder than I get at those nanas.
I understand it because not everybody can handle the power of the book with the restraint that I do. But I am the only person who only reads the following books over and over. 1, The Anarchist Cookbook. 2, The Unabomber's Manifesto.
God, no.
And 3, The Celestine Prophecy.
The Celestine Prophecy? Is that like 9 species?
I don't know how you pronounce it, but it was a book that took the world by storm.
Okay.
And told about spiritual awakenings, and it was...
you're talking ghosts and ghouls and goblins. Well, that's cool. See, I don't mind that. I don't mind that.
It was like it was about how you could like swim behind a waterfall in South America, and then awaken a spirit of beauty in you.
Whoa. And then you can go to Wonder Woman Island afterwards.
Then you go to Wonder Woman Island, which is, to this day, the most sexist island in the world.
Is there any twins there?
There's no
Is there any twins? Is there any twins in Wonder Woman? I was peeking up with binoculars on a remote.
Flipping the little sunglass clip over regular glasses up.
Yo, that sunglass clip that transitions your sunglasses to regular glasses is clutch. That will not be besmirched on Pillow Talk.
No,
Howard.
that is one of the best looks there has ever existed.
That is essentially the Dwayne Wayne, and then Dwayne Wade also wore it.
Dwayne Wade, and Wayne.
They both have worn the
Rock
glasses.
Johnson.
Yes, didn't Chris Farley have them in a movie?
I think he wore them in the gay light commercial or whatever. The Schmidt's Gay on.
Okay, I don't know what that is, but all right.
On Saturday Night Live, they had the fake commercials, and it was like Schmidt Gay, and it was like a Coors Light commercial, except it was him and Adam Sandler, and they were like hot at a crappy old pool, like being like, schlubby repairmen, and then they crack open a beer, and then all these hot dudes are dancing around, and they're like, yeah!
Now that's cool. Mm-hmm. That is pretty cool.
That was the first time they ever made a joke where it was like people were gay, and it wasn't just like, oh, and we're gay like, and we're afraid of you. Yeah, it's like, we're gay and this is badass.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that is legit cool. That's yeah, I dig that.
Yeah.
I dig that,
we gotta give it up for friend of the show, Adam Sandler.
Gotta give it up for, he gets a bad rap because he works with all his friends.
Yeah. Sorry, he's a loyal guy.
Wow. He just cast his
He's
friends.
the only guy. You know why he gets a bad rap? Because the rest of Hollywood's mad that they can't just get in on any of his hugely successful movies.
Oh, that's right. Look, he had Jay Leno and Conan in Sandy Wexler.
That's right.
He got the two biggest. He got the biggest late night show, and then like the seventh.
And then a guy who made his name known by complaining a lot.
Yeah. Essentially, but that's just a stroke Adam Sandler has. The stroke he has can just make miracles.
Adam Sandler, clap, 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 clap.
Okay, we are not doing a chant for Adam Sandler. Anyways, can we switch to a more serious tone right now, Howard?
I hope so.
Okay. Well, I got another voicemail. This is big help.
Oh dear.
Again. And for those that don't know, just to catch you up. Lucky you. In 1994-95, I pledged hours to a Nickelodeon help-a-thon, like a telethon, called The Big Help. Now, you pledge hours, and then you go out in the community and fulfill your hours and help people and do different things to help people. Pick up trash, whatever. Read a book to a Nana, which I definitely don't want to do. And I only called so I could speak with Alex Mackler-Solenic. I didn't get to speak with her. I spoke with Marshall Darling from Clarissa Explains It All. He was
a classic Franklin blunder.
Yes, it was a classic Franklin blunder. But now they know you, Howard. Nickelodeon found out about this when I spilled the beans on a morning show, Jack AM, and now they want us to complete the hours or get Joe Torres from Hey Dude to commit to a reunion.
Certainly.
So, I don't want to do hours, do you?
Fuck no, I'd rather get Joe Torres to do whatever the hell. I don't know who that guy is, and he don't owe me $1. So where I come from, I got nothing to lose from ostracizing him right here on the radio.
That's true. So before we call the Golden Nugget into the undisclosed bar in Tucson,
world famous Golden Nugget. Oh, are we keeping it secret?
Yeah.
It is the locally known Silver Rock set in Tempe, Arizona.
Thank you. Good cover. So before we call them, I want to play the voicemail I got from Dominkus. This guy, this is a threatening type. This is a no-nonsense kind of guy.
This is one of the few men that can scare me.
This is one of the few. Him and the Manning brothers and Papa John.
Yeah.
Hey, Papa.
Real scary. No!
It's not. It's me. It's me.
Oh, my God.
All right. I'm going to play. You let me know if you can hear it or if you can't. Whatever.
All right. Fuck yourself.
Hold on.
Franklin, Todd Dominguez here. You can't keep running from this, young man. You're gonna have to deal with this. You are playing with fire. Do you know why Dan Schneider can't get a show on the air? Because he fucked with Nickelodeon.
What?
Do you know why Amanda Bynes went batshit crazy? Because she fucked with Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon has a long memory, Franklin. You have to deal with this.
Jesus. So I actually saw an AOL on the news today, AOL.com, where I get my news.
Oh, yeah.
That Amanda Bynes is normal again.
Yeah, she got her head right after some hard prayer and meditation.
So good for her. So, I mean, I'm glad. So if Amanda Bynes can beat Nickelodeon, so can we. And you know what? This guy he mentioned, Dan Schneider, well, I don't know, he's a bad guy.
He owns the Washington Redskins, I believe.
No. This is a bad man, allegedly.
Not like the guy who owns the Washington Redskins.
No, much like the man who owns the Washington Redskins. And we might have to join forces with the devil. Maybe Dan can help us out if we can't get Joe Torres. I just feel like that should be our backup Dan.
Well, if that's what it comes down to, that's what it comes down to. But I've got a can't-miss proposition to get a hold of Joe Torres. Right?
All right, so you ready to call him?
I am ready to call him. You will let me know if you can hear.
All right, I'll let you know. I'm excited.
I'm going to use a nom de plume.
Okay. What's that?
A name of plume.
Oh, damn.
Can you hear?
I hear you. I hear the ringing. I'm good.
Golden Nugget calling.
Hi there, darling. This is Nolan Ryan. It's Joe Torres there. I'm a very famous pitcher for the Texas Rangers. Joe Torres. And I'll have a shot of Goldschlager while you're at it.
Did she hang up? Hello?
She hung up on me.
She hung up? Wow, Nolan Ryan? That's the best you can do?
Well, I thought of who was the most impressive person that would call you. That you would want to do exactly what they asked for.
Jesus Christ. Isn't the pool tournament today? This is such a blunder. We couldn't even get a reaction from her.
She told us it was on Mondays one time, and then she told us on Tuesdays the other time.
She told us on Tuesdays. So she might be yanking our chain.
Yeah.
Dude, I promise the people, you know what? See,
we are going to get to the bottom of this, even if it involves making a outrageously expensive weekend getaway.
Yes, we will. We'll go to Tucson. I mean, Tempe. I mean, but this just shows the legitimacy. You know, we called that young lady on Craigslist, and you know, she called me back. Actually, but it was by. She said it was by accident.
Yeah.
And I've called her like 9 times after, and she hasn't returned my calls yet. But we're playing phone tag, I suppose. You know, it's a little, but that just shows. Yes, this is the nature of a live, a recorded podcast that. Sometimes we get the calls and they're home runs, and sometimes they're not. But you know they're legitimate. At the very least, I feel like we can give our fans that, like, seal of approval, right?
Well, it might not always go according to plan, but it'll always go according to the delineation of time in one direction to the other.
All right, how about this? How about I call 411?
Now you're talking.
And say,
look for Joe Torres in Tucson, Arizona.
Yeah, Tempe.
Tempe.
411.
What if we just pronounce it how it looks instead of how it sounds, and no one will know that we're talking about Tucson?
Welcome to directory assistance.
Jesus, I don't want to do this.
Yeah, you do.
Okay. I mean,
City.
Tell me you're Nolan
Tucson,
Ryan.
Arizona.
You're in big trouble now.
Say the name of the business you want, or say resident.
Resident.
Donald.
Okay, residents. Say just the person's last name.
Torres. Joe.
They'll narrow it down.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Torres.
Okay, Torres, right?
Sure.
Now say the person's first name.
Joe.
Say. I found one listing.
Oh,
Hey,
shit.
Torres. Is that the one you want?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The number is...
Oh, This is
is
reality.
like You know those movies they made that were called like Stolen Yahtzee or whatever, and it was just like slow motion footage of like people digging up ditches in Kuala Lumpur or whatever. And people are like, it's just life. It's just life.
Yeah, this is life.
This is life right now. This is your Stolen Yahtzee movie.
Okay, so I'm gonna call the number. I hope.
Okay, there we go. All right, here we go.
So, what should I say is my name?
Peter Griffin.
Friggin' sweet. You think that's bad? Hey, Lewis.
That reminds me of when the baby was rude.
Hey, can I speak with Joe? Joe, it's Peter.
The wrong number, sir.
It's Joe Torres.
Sir, you have the wrong number.
Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. You have a good night.
Okay. Good night.
Good night. Mwah. Fucking A. Dude, we're never gonna find this guy.
This guy's playing hard to get. And
He's playing hard to get.
Yeah. And I have been very easy to find. I think we have one next step.
We've taken.
We've
taken a step backwards. We've burned our bridge with the Golden Nugget.
Well, for this, they cannot have the same bartender every night, 7 nights a week, can they?
I think they do.
I think she works like 112 hours a week.
No! Oh, that's true. We want to call her during the day? I guess we could do that.
Yeah.
I guess we could do
We're
that.
gonna have to do a surprise attack.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, this is
Tempe's locally renowned silver rock mineral.
Yes. I think it's the Golden Nugget. I mean,
whatever. What do we have to hide?
What do we have to hide? A lot, apparently. I have to edit the damn phone number part. Great.
Do any of you... It seems like there's new bedheads every day. Day in and day out, there's new bedheads, as far as I can tell. Is that about right, Franklin?
That's about right.
Well, that's sure we got some that are in Tucson, Arizona. Why don't you go down to the world-famous Golden Nugget? Hell, that's what it's called. And you go find Joe Torres. You drag him by his ear out to the telephone. We're going to give him a call. He's going to talk to us like mid-next Tuesday night.
That's right.
That's what's up!
And Bedhead Nation can grab Joe Torres and say, listen here, Danny, from Hey Dude, you owe us. You're going to talk to my friends Uncle Howard and Franklin on the air, pal.
Tell him,
say, oh, okay.
If he needs some doing, tell him Christy Taylor's on the line for him.
Melody. Yeah. Ben Stiller's wife wants to talk to you. And it's exactly what you think it's about.
Marsha Brady.
Yeah, Marsha. Anyways, Howard, where can these people find us?
Well, they can find us many times in the arrest warrant section of the local newspapers if they are that invasive in your small community.
But where can they find us on the internet?
Oh, well, I am at Twitter that's the @ Miata Guy 4 and I do send out Pillow Talk stickers. You can send me a DM with your address. I do not sell it to anybody, especially not several guys who live behind the municipal water reclamation plant. I will send you stickers. You can send me money. It helps us support the podcast, but I will send them to you if you don't send me money because I'm a hell of a guy, even though I seem like a creep.
And I am at Bug TV. I'm at Bug TV Franklin. Jesus, Harold Christ.
Are you dying?
I'm all right. And you know, it's been a hell of a show. I promise there's going to be some development. If we can't get Joe Torres, we got to go to Plan B, and that's to make a deal with the devil.
We're going to inject this podcast with a lethal dose of poison.
A lethal dose of poison. It's, you know, some men will go through great lengths just to not help others, and I guess that would define us pretty well. So, Howard, I think these people can do one last thing.
Well, I guess you're right, and, you know, the holiday season is upon us, so I ask us, one and all, to come together and go fuck yourselves.